Good morning, everyone. It is a new day in our daily devotionals looking at the foundation of faith. Now, I don't know about you, but this week has really blessed and encouraged me looking at an aspect that we all grow up with. It's a word that we all know growing up as Christians, but it stays this passive word that we just hear about. But faith is an action. It is a response to the amazing God that we serve. And along with grace, it is the most fundamental aspect of living the Christian life. So this morning we're going to look at two aspects of faith, of what it does. And the first one is it obeys God, but then it also pleases God. And these two walk so hand in hand with one another. It obeys and pleases God. Now if we read the book of Hebrews in chapter 11, we read about all the heroes of faith, like Abraham, Sarah, David, Moses, Noah, and the list goes on. But all these people are ordinary people like you and me, but they lived extraordinary lives. Now, the key factor between the ordinary and the extraordinary is faith. Now think of it like this. A father and a child relationship, a good father-child relationship. When the father asks the child to do something and he does it, the father is pleased with him because there's a level of trust and love between that relationship. There's a security in that relationship because the child obeys what the father asks him and the father is pleased with that child because he does it. And if you think a little bit deeper, the father asks the child certain things to do because the father knows best. The father has his best in mind, in heart for his child. And the child will not always understand why he needs to do certain things, but the father sees the bigger picture. And the same with us. There are many commands that we don't understand why we need to do certain things that God asks us to do. But God doesn't owe us an explanation, or He doesn't need to give us a reason for why He asks us to do certain things. But we obey God out of faith because we trust in the God. And some commands we only understand when we see the fruit of it after we have done it. So obedience will unlock understanding in many ways. Now I'm going to read for us Hebrews 11 verse 6. It says, "And without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him." So from this verse we see the only way that we can please God is through faith. And like I just said, faith is an action. Now, if we act upon faith, it pulls us into believing in this Father more, and it pulls us into trusting and loving this Father more. And then it says in that verse, we will see Him unlock promises in our lives. We will see the fruit of obeying Him. It's not our motive, but that is what God promises us as well. And then I want to read Hebrews 11 verse 8 about Abraham. He says, "By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going." So here we see again that faith in Abraham's life was manifested in obedience. And we see that Abraham didn't even know where he was going, but he trusted in the God that asked him to do it. So he obeyed out of faith because he trusted and loved the one that asked him to do it. And for you, my friends, I really pray that we will be a people that trusts and loves God enough, that we will act in faith and obey Him what He asks us to, even though we don't understand. But because we love and trust this Father that asks us this. Faith is an action. Let's step up and do what His Word says. And we will see how He is pleased with us. What an honor to please the one that has authority over all the universe. Friends, you must have a wonderful week further. Until next time.